55555. Let's talk about the angel number and the actual meaning of the 5. Because the thing is, a lot of us, we think we know what the 5 means, but in this video, I'm going to break it down what it actually means for you on a deeper level, especially on a level of you advancing in your spirituality, breaking free from the old self, and actually what it means for you in love, in spirituality, in your career, or even in money. So let's go deep, let's have fun. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Welcome back to Awaken with Tina. My name is Tina Wong. I'm a spiritual guide and mentor, also known as the Portal Queen, because I always address all the major energy portals. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the energies of the 5. And if you're interested in anything like spiritual, woo-woo, but also when it comes to stepping into your higher purpose and your soul purpose, that's what we talk about. So if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. We post so many videos for you to binge on. And of course, like this video if you're vibing with us. Alright, so let's talk about this. The first thing here that you need to know about the 5 is when you're seeing it in repeat number, maybe it's number 5 everywhere, 555555, or so on and so forth. What does it really mean? Well, for you to understand that, we have to reel it back a little bit. Understanding that when angel numbers are coming to you, or repeating numbers are coming to you, or synchronicity, what would you like to call it? Let me know down below what you actually call it. You call it angel numbers, you call it synchronicity, what do you call it? So allow yourself to know whenever these things happen, there is a sign from the universe. There is a sign from your angel, your spiritual guides. And what this really means is that they are communicating with you, and in a way that you must know that it's communicating in a way that you understand. Okay, so I want to be sharing some things with you, but also I would like you to put your own twist and allow your intuition to guide you. So the first thing here is understanding number 5 is a number of change. And why that is that the way I like to look at it and the way I teach it is understanding we have number 0 to number 10 or 9 or whatever, right? And 5 is in the middle, okay? 5 is in the middle, and if you kind of think about it, you're on a cliff. You're on a cliff of a change. But the thing is, when you're in this middle cliff, it's scary. You don't know if you want to change, or you don't know if you want to fall back. So this is a very intense period. You're going to be feeling a tug and pull whenever you're seeing this 5 number or 555, allowing yourself to stay calm, cool, collected, because this is not a time to be acting from head, from mind. This is a time for you to tune in to your heart. And why your heart is going to be playing a huge factor is because your heart is in the middle, right? And we understand the 7th chakra, right? The heart is in the middle, but also the heart is actually in the center. Your heart is here to keep you in the center. So what you need to know is that when the 5 is happening in your life, this energy of things are changing, things are moving, all of a sudden you're like, I don't even know if I should go forward, go backward, go left, or go right. You tune into your heart. You ask your heart, what is it I'm meant to know? What is it I'm meant to do? Number 2, the second way of working with this 555 energy and understanding what it means is that it is a number of change. It is a number of evolution. So what this means for you is that whatever it is that you've been kind of stagnant in or at, maybe it's your love life, maybe it's your career, maybe it's like your financial situation. It's like, oh my gosh, I've been making this for like I don't know how many years in my business. I've been stuck at this level on my Instagram following, right? Whatever it might be. This energy of the 555 or any kind of combination is allowing yourself to know that this is the time where things get to change, things get to shift, things get to evolve. So this is a very exciting time, right? Allowing yourself to really push through it, because the thing here is that all of your fears are going to come up around this time where you're going to be like, oh, should I do that big thing that's so scary? Maybe you're like, I'm ready to grow my Instagram following, I'm ready to grow my business, but then the download that you're getting from the number 1 that I share with you, tune into your heart, is that you're meant to share your message in this way, you're meant to do this thing in this way, but then you're like, oh my gosh, but that's so scary, I'm not used to do that, I don't know how to do it. But understanding that is the very thing that you must do. Of course it's going to be scary, right? We talk about the tuck and pull energy. So understanding that your financial situation, your love life, your whatever it is that is stagnant in your life, basically, there is a huge opportunity for it to change, but you must do the brave thing. Number 3, the third sign here, what the number 5 really means when you're seeing the angel number of the 555, what it means for you is that your outlook of the situation is looking up. So if you're like, similar to number 2, but understanding that if you're like, you know what, I'm looking for a sign of good luck, I'm looking for a sign of good fortune, I'm looking for a sign of like positivity, especially if you're someone who's in the mud, as if you're someone who's like, I'm going through the things, I'm going through the crumbles in my life, I'm working on my self-development, I'm going through the dark night of the soul, is it ever going to end, right? If you're wondering if something's ever going to end, if you're in like some kind of dead end things, the number 555 is a sign that positivity is coming. There's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. You're almost done your learning, your karmic lessons and so on and so forth. So this is a very good sign, a very positive sign for you to knowing that the light at the tunnel is almost there. But the thing here is that you might not see it yet. So that 555 is also the number of faith, okay? So understanding that you must have faith, especially if you're going through a tough time. Some of us, we do. Spiritual awakening, as you know, it's not always like, oh, rainbow, butterfly, oh, hello, angel, oh, hello, spirit guides. It's not always like that, right? It's the crumbling of identity. It's the crumbling of the past self. And I talk a lot about this in my masterminds of the Rise Mastermind, especially when I work with light workers of the world who are doing the big things, who are sharing the soul message. There has to be a crumbling of the self. So if you're someone who's like, I'm ready to step into my big energy, share, allowing people to know what I do, allow people to know who I am, just know that the number 555 will require you to shed, but also it is going to have the light at the tunnel after you're done shedding, because you're going to come out a lot stronger. The fourth way to be working with the 555 energy and understanding what it means, especially when it comes to your career, your business, your passion, the things that you do in life, is that it is a time of evolution. It is a time to change some things. And if you're someone who's been kind of in a job where you're just doing it from the money, for the dollar signs, if you know that you've been doing it because you've been doing it, but you're not really in it, this number is going to really confirm that you're meant to look somewhere else. You're meant to open your heart, your mind, your energy to perhaps something else. That doesn't mean that you have to, cancel and leave that job right away. Usually the people who work with me, they all ended up leaving their job somehow. So it's something really funny that happens in my world. People tell me every day, not every day, but pretty much every other day, they're like, Tina, I just left my job. Tina, I just left my job. And it's so funny, because the thing here is that we know in our heart that where we're meant to be, what we're meant to do. And this is what I do. I guide light workers. I guide impact maker, visionaries into doing the things and having the bravery to do the things that they're here to do. But the thing is, sometimes you need the bravery to leave the things that are not it. So whenever you're seeing this, especially when it comes to your impact making, your career, stuff like that, you're gonna get a very clear sign that this is not it. And then it's up to you to, okay, maybe I'll pick up this on the side. Maybe I'll start doing my Instagram on the side. Maybe I'll start coaching on the side, until you have the readiness to go full out. Or you can be like me and a lot of my students, it's like, you know what, I just know this is not my thing, this 9 to 5 thing is not my thing, and then we do a whole 180 and we're just like, okay, let's just do the change. So it's really up to you. There's no right or wrong way of approaching it, but the thing is, your soul always knows. Your soul already knows where you're meant to be, what you're meant to do in this time for. But for you, you need to submit, you need to let go, you need to trust. Alright, so the last way to work with this number 5 energy is especially in relationships and connections, okay? And this means, any type of relationship, romantic or whatever, it all counts. So understanding that whenever you're getting this 555, meaning that your relationship, your connection is evolving. So maybe you just start dating, with someone, you're like, hey, getting to know you, we're not, super comfortable. And when you're getting this, it can be a sign that like you guys are ready for a change. You guys are ready for the next level. You're ready to like meet each other's friends and, going over to each other's places or whatever it might be. So that next level of evolution of relationship. And sometimes we can be like, oh yeah, let's evolve. We sometimes get excited, but we forget that as you evolve in a relationship, as you evolve in a connection, it requires vulnerability, right? It requires emotional maturity. It requires readiness. So allowing yourself to trust, are you ready for the next level of evolution? Are you doing it because your heart is in it? It's truthful for you? Or you're doing it because, you know what, I'm just ready to sleep with you. There's nothing wrong with that. Or I'm just ready to do this thing because everyone is doing that thing. And I think it's meant for us to meet our parents already because we are 3 months into our relationship. This is not about people's journey. This is about your own specific personal journey. So allowing yourself to really trust what is it time for, and don't really look outwards, because the changes and the evolution, of course, is going to happen when you're seeing the 555, but ultimately it's going to be for your specific relationship, for your specific connection, and for your specific readiness. Okay, so allow yourself to really trust what it's time for, and don't really compare yourself to other people's timeline. Let me know what else 555 means for you, and if you've been seeing it lately, let me know down below. And if you're ready to expand into this energy even more, comment below 555 and follow me on my Instagram, because I go live there very often. I post a lot of valuable information, and you can also interact with me personally, so it's a pretty cool place to get to know each other. So come on over to Awaken with Tina, like this video, and of course I have made a video here for you which I think you are going to love. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.